Hello, everyone. I wanted to share with you today a thought. Behind me is a cross that I made for summer camp a year and a half ago, and thought it was a pretty fun little project. It was kind of a tool that I use for a come to the cross moment, so kids could come to the cross at the end of a message and make a decision or confess something or share something with Jesus themselves. And it was kind of a fun thing, and it was not that long ago, but man, it feels like a totally different lifetime ago. With all the changes that have come up with the coronavirus, the change in the way we deal with each other, the fact that we're all walking around in masks. I remember last week I was doing some chores and I went to the store a couple different times, and I noticed how little we notice the masks anymore. You know what I mean? It's becoming apparent that we just all wear masks. We all wear different kind of masks. It's almost like part of our clothing nowadays. And I think that's the one thing that I wanted to kind of think about today is the masks that we use sometimes to kind of cover up what's really happening to us. And I'm not talking about a physical mask to protect us from viruses. I'm talking about a mask that we put over our heart, a mask that we put over our attitude, a mask that we put on our face to cover up what's happening on the inside. And it's so dangerous for us to wear these masks because we get used to looking at the masks that we don't really know what's happening on the inside. When we talk about our relationship with Jesus, we need to realize that He looks into our heart and He knows who we are from the inside out. He actually probably knows us better than ourselves. And the main reason I say that is because we get used to the mask that we wear. We think that we know who we are, but we're really just kind of covering it all up. We need to turn that over to Him and let Him reveal that to us. There's a scripture passage that I want to read to you real quick, and it's David basically asking God to reveal Himself to himself. Let God help him to discover who he is and clean him out from the inside. And I think that's a good little message for all of us is to remember that. Let me read that to you.
Psalm 139. O Lord, you have examined my heart, and you know everything about me. You know when I sit down or stand up. You know my thoughts, even when I am far away. You see when I travel and when I rest at home. You know everything I do. You know what I am going to say even before I say it, Lord. You go before me and follow me. You place your hand of blessing on my head. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too great for me to understand. I can never escape from your spirit. I can never get away from your presence. If I go up to heaven, you are there. If I go down to the grave, you are there. If I ride the wings on the mornings, if I dwell in the furthest oceans, even there your hand will guide me, and your strength will support me. I could ask the darkness to hide me, and the light around me to become night. But even in darkness I cannot hide from you. To you the night shines as bright as the day. Darkness and light are the same to you. You made all the delicate inner parts of my body, and knit me together in my mother's womb. Thank you for making me so wonderful. Your workmanship is marvelous. How well I know it. You watched me as I was being formed in utter seclusion. I was woven together in the darkness of the womb. You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed. How precious are your thoughts about me, O God. They cannot be numbered. I can't even count them. They outnumber the grains of the sand. And when I wake up, you are still with me. O God, if only you would destroy the wicked. Get out of my life, you murderers. They blaspheme you. Your enemies misuse your name. O Lord, shouldn't I hate those who hate you? Shouldn't I despise those who oppose you? Yes, I hate them with total hatred, for your enemies are my enemies. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. Point out anything that offends you, and lead me along the path of everlasting life.
In that scripture, it tells us that we need to pay attention to Him more than we do because He knows everything about us and He can reveal that to us and help us to become who we really should be. And when we put on these masks and we cover ourselves with disguises of who we think we are, those are just frivolous attempts to hide the truth. And when we confess that to Him and let Him be a part of our life, He makes a big difference in us. That's something that has happened in my life, and I know it's something that can happen in your life. Turn it over to Him and let Him search you and let Him reveal to you your inmost thoughts.